Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. In this video we're going to talk about the beautiful high level of hypocrisy that exists in America. Honestly, it's given RACIST, and we're going to talk about it because this is beyond hypocrisy if we're really being honest. Now, it was New Year's Eve that a clip circulated across the world where we saw Dana White slapping his wife after she slapped at him first. From the clip, we could see that there was an argument between both parties, and the lady basically reached to slap him, and he slapped her repeatedly. Now, Dana White's wife, she's very small, very petite. So just imagine her slap force is definitely not as heavy as Dana White's slap force. But nothing became of that. Dana White is the president of UFC, right? Ari Emanuel was called upon. Ari Emanuel is the CEO of Endeavor. Endeavor owns UFC. California lawmakers begged Ari Emanuel to grant justice to women who are being abused. California lawmakers asked Ari Emanuel to be the man that always speaks out against crimes, attacks, violence. But Ari Emanuel consciously chose to remain silent. He never had a problem or anything to say. He has never responded or ever spoken out against Dana White publicly abusing his wife. Now, guys, remember that Ari Emanuel is the one that told Adidas and the other companies they need to cut ties with Ye. His mental health and the loss of his mom should never ever be taken into consideration. As a matter of fact, Ye is nothing but an arrogant clown. So he had words for Ye. He had descriptions for Ye. He had time to pen letters to the various media outlets, giving them instructions on how to proceed when it came to Ye. Ever since then, we could see where the media has been consistently attacking Ye over and over and over again. And Ye was called names irrespective of the fact that Ye was never ever seen being violent to anyone, man or woman. Now, we have Jonathan Mayers. Over the weekend, a white girl, because she knows that there's white privilege. And if you don't do what I say, I can ruin your entire life. What I'm saying from my mouth doesn't even need to be factual because I'm white and you're black and I have rights and you don't. So, Grace Jabari, she fake claims that she was assaulted and brutally beaten by Jonathan Majors, right? Jonathan Majors was arrested. The media did not do any proper vetting of what actually took place. The media ran with it and they painted Jonathan Majors as a monster, which resulted in Jonathan Majors losing 2 brand deals immediately without any ounce of evidence ever being brought against him. Just word of mouth, just by what the media said happened. The media had no evidence. The police reports claim that the police officers said they vetted the female words, which means that they saw proof, they went to people, and there was enough evidence to arrest this man and charge him for assault. Now, after that, we heard from Jonathan Majors' lawyer that there's a video footage proving otherwise than what this woman is claiming. Not just that, there are witnesses who were on the scene who said that this never happened. Do you know how Grace Jabari got off lying immediately on ruining Jonathan Major's life in less than 24 hours? Mental insanity, and she was taken to a psychiatric ward because she was crazy. When are we ever given that excuse? When are we ever given that privilege? And this is why we need to be careful of how we come together to cancel our fellow colleagues, our fellow Black brothers and Black sisters. Because Ari Emanuel has proven that anything that goes down in LA, if you're Black, you have no rights. He has demonstrated that with Ye. And he came back and he reassured us that with his buddy, Dana White. His excuse was that UFC, based on what they're saying, allegedly, right? They're saying that his excuse was that UFC needs Dana White more than how Dana White needs UFC. But doesn't Adidas need Ye more than how Ye needs Adidas? So what kind of hypocrisy is this that is going on? People are being blatant hypocrites, blatant racist. And remember, Jonathan Greenblatt of the ADL said publicly, white people is Jewish people enemies. After white people stood up, used their platform, used their voices to fight and support against Jewish people, they were given a thank you by Jonathan Greenblatt, the CEO of the Anti-Defamation League. The thank you was that white people is also Jewish people enemies. Does it sound like these people are looking for peace? People who are seeking peace never use the word enemies. They use the word friends, family, team, unity, one love. It's time for us to start paying attention and calling these things out. People need to be held accountable for ruining people's life. If I was Jonathan Mayers, I don't know if this video is going to get to you, but I do hope that it gets to you. I would sue Grace Jabari for at least $15 million. It's not your responsibility if she has that money or doesn't have that money. But you need to get at least $5 million from that and donate it to a woman's shelter for abused women. You need to prove to people that you're better than what they are trying to define you to be. And while you're at it, you need to insult them in a very diplomatic way. These things need to end. Black people are human beings. And this is why we need to stick together. We don't have to be like them. We can be different. Let's promote love. Let's promote peace and unity and speak out. Expose lies, expose hypocrites, and demand that people like Ari Emanuel and Dana White be held accountable. That's all I have to share in this video with you guys.